Take it easy today. My knees are acting up. What's the point? The morrow will be no different.
Spend all day here.
I don't believe I had... Begone! I have no hospitality.
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh?
Somehow my feet always carry on.
Welcome, sir. After all, 'tis folly to link. You're on a single vocation, and there are so many do come again.
Your healing magics will play a pivotal role in the battles to come, Master.
None shall harm the Arisen so long as I draw breath.
Reckon your trade towns can make you right sick of... crowds, but here, at leisure doing business with you.
Interested in my wares?
You polished it this morning.
Suppose I'd best get to work.
Well met,
I'm nodding off where
How's
I
the day treating you then?
I keep feeling eyes on the back of my head.
Now here's a welcome sight.
Let me get that. You polished it this morning.
Need anything?
Let's be ready to give the signal. Now here's a welcome
No
sight.
easy thing. Making a living. So what's the point? The morrow
I'm
will
not
be no
risking my
different.
life for a citizen.
Welcome. If you think me a liar, then the item you requested is complete. Here you are, sir. Use it well. Many thanks to you.
A forgery. I wonder whether we'll find a purpose for it.
'Tis nigh indistinguishable from the genuine article. That fact alone means it has potential.
I don't believe I had any visitors today. Begone! I have no hospitality to extend toward...
Bunch of sluggards. We need new blood.
Darn it. I'm nodding off where I stand. Might as well take a look while you're here, eh?
Suppose that's enough for
No
one day.
respect for this.
Wonder if there's any easy work.
What would I to do?
What am I supposed to do about it?
Reckon your roads been... trade towns can make you right sick of crowds. But here, at least, leisure doing business.
townsmen.
Apart from my joints, I've naught to complain of.
Might as well. Hope this job plays out better than the last.
What
Now, here's a welcome sight.
today?
Polished it this morning.
I'll have an early supper.
Need anything? Stop by again soon.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
Gold is a resource best spent judiciously.
Well met, sir. How's the day treating you then?
Can't work as late as I used to anymore.
One can never be too careful.
What delights might there be to find in town today?
I don't believe I had any visitors. My interest is piqued. Very well. You may enter. Now then, what business have you with me? Could it be you have come to learn of my magic, I wonder how you shall fare. Many are those who have knocked at my door only to walk away broken and defeated. Perhaps you would allow me to test your resolve? Bring me the grimoires I yet lack. I will not demand that you gather them all. A few shall suffice to prove your determination. Have you found any grimoires? You know not where they are. I shall divulge but one location. I have heard tell that a volume was espied in Mel, a village assailed by the dragon, mind you. Who's to say what might have become of it? You would rifle through your host's possessions unbidden? How utterly contemptuous!
I should very much like to rejoin you, Master.
Miss Trisha mentioned that her father resides in...
Have you found any grimoires? You know not where I shall divulge but what a village assailed by the...
I keep feeling eyes on the back of my... Where did my papers wander off? Well, take a look while you're here, eh?
Stay with me, Arisen. Wait a moment.
Need anything?
None of us is guaranteed tomorrow. I'm dead tired.
I always draw the short straw.
Well met,
Slim
sir.
pickings of
Bunch
late.
of sluggards.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
I could. I
Don't have
never.
enough to deal with.
Before I'm too tired.
Need anything?
Don't look to me to solve this.
Hold up till someone comes to relieve.
What else needs doing?
I never should have taken this shift.
I'll have an early supper.
Welcome, after all. 'Tis fault. To linger on a sick do come again.
Our strategy for safeguarding the Arisen during incantation shall prove key.
We'll have to draw the enemy's attention somehow. We should be able to move this boulder with our combined might. Would anyone care to push?
Enchantment of cold, freeze our
Back to engage!
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Tis a chest. I shall take a look inside.
'Tis a ballista, Arisen.
'Tis not how we use this, but when that counts. I imagine it would be most beneficial in combat. I've just had a thought. Curious thing. One of my former masters chose to hire only women. I wonder why.
Each to their own. and their skulls are smashed beyond repair.
I knew you would prevail, Master.
We can ill afford to grow overconfident. Our foe is not yet routed.
Outstanding.
I'll combine my magic sword with my tactical normal Dare I say it? We trounced our foe, well and true.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle. We ought to keep watch, lest we be set upon from behind.
Remain alert, and naught shall catch us by surprise.
It is locked, Arisen.
We shall have to find the key then. That went as well as we might have hoped. Let us cast our eyes about and analyze the situation.
I'm not risking my life for a pittance.
Welcome.
I'll gladly stay a while.
All I've got left are passing pains.
Oh, it's not right. It doesn't make any sort of sense. The doctor examined him afore and said he'd be better with a bit of medicine. Yet e'er since he came here, he's only gotten worse.
I understand how you must feel. But you must see that your son's health continues to wane. There is no medicine that can heal him outright. He requires proper treatment. I am caring for him as best I can. I beg only for your patience. However, if you truly cannot entrust him to me, perhaps you would care to take him home with you instead. Mayhap convalescing in a place familiar to him would aid his recovery. Of course, I would be sure to visit him as oft as I am able.
Home, you say?
Dear, we are pressed enough as 'tis.
All right, he stays. But pray bring my son back to health.
I will look after him. I swear it.
I don't know what to do.
That woman's taking advantage of us, she is. She knows full well we've nowhere else to turn.
Will he truly be all right?
Sir, ought you not be in... Ah, forgive me. You're not a patient, are you? I suppose you must be a visitor. 'Tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Eleanor. I have the privilege of serving as abbess here. I regret that I cannot offer you a cup of tea, but I'm in the middle of making my rounds of the patients. Not to mention, I have to find the means to procure more medicinal ingredients. Oh. You wouldn't happen to know someone willing to brave the roads, would you? I know 'tis perilous, but there is one ingredient in particular we cannot afford to run out of. You would procure it yourself? I am grateful beyond words, sir. In that case, might I trouble you to bring me some miasmite? The slums are a bane to the body's humors, and its residents are oft prone to illness. We do what we can with what little we have, but we're always short on helping hands. Your aid is most appreciated, sir. May your search prove fruitful.
Tell is, miasmite can be harvested from phantoms. Monsters that wander the wilder night.
Yes, of course. I see it now.
I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace discussing a curious rumor.
Oh, on the hunt for the grimoire entitled Towering Earth, are you? One moment. Here it is. Towering Earth, the Forsaken Text. You may take it. I can cast no magics myself, after all. Left in my care, 'tis as a pearl before swine. Not to mention, I've already read it. With the aid of Sir Kendrick and his helper in locating certain documents, I believe I finally grasped the true nature of this place. 'Twas a royal library that was sealed off by a sovereign of some generations past. In a bid to pass the throne on to his own descendants, this sovereign attempted to consign our kingdom's histories to oblivion. Alas, 'twould seem that, no matter the age, the avarice of those in power is all but guaranteed. Yet 'tis clear it serves them not, almost laughably so. The sovereign's line ultimately fell to ruin, and now this library, so laboriously sealed, has been discovered. What can we learn from this? Those who make light of history are doomed to be crushed under its heel. Fine timing, sir. Fine timing indeed. I've need of your services, you see. My time in that tenebrous jail has only hastened the deterioration of my eyesight. I stare at the page, but the letters stubbornly refuse to take shape. Yet these old eyes might serve some use if only I could wear the spectacles I had specially made. Alas, they were confiscated at the time of my imprisonment. As I recall, Prisoners' possessions are held within the palace storeroom. 'Tis a place to which few have lawful access, as I'm sure you can imagine. Though, as I hear it, masquerades are being held of late. Masquerades with a great many attendees, if you catch my meaning. Should you happen to enter the venue, mayhap you would find an opportunity to liberate my poor spectacles. What say you? Would you consider doing an old man a favor? I am in your debt. With those spectacles in hand, I might actually get through one of my tomes. Pray, infiltrate the venue and find the storeroom. You are my only hope.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
What to do? Hoy, Arisen! Say, have you heard about the state of the river? Do you know the river close by the church? Well, it's come to be full of muck and filth and all sorts. That's a problem for the church, as it draws from the river to... I was thinking you could help the priest. I was hoping I'll help too.
Now we seek gold ore. Though 'tis sold in shops, mining some ourselves might prove the better choice.
I quite agree.
Not much fun to be had around here.
Not much going on.
It's you again. What are you doing now?
Still not.
Where are you off to today, then?
What do you want?
This place is lovely. I might stay a while.
Is this not silly? 'Tis a...
Shall we get some rest then? Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Ready to forge on?
Oi, Arisen! Have you found any gold ore yet?
Wow! This'll be plenty, I reckon. Thank you. Listen, I was talking to the priests, and apparently our troubles aren't up. Thanks. Now lots of people who the priests have been treating, I want to help them, apart from ask you, that is. Oh, thanks. I'll talk to the priests in the meantime, see if there's anything you...
Now we've need of medicine. We can purchase it at shops, or make some ourselves by combining the ingredients.
By your leave.
Chaos in the world begins with chaos of the mind. A moment's prayer can do a world of good.
Chaos in the world begins with chaos of the mind.
I pray this will convey the depth of my gratitude.
Yes, sir. Have you procured what I asked? Splendid. You've my gratitude. Unfortunately, I can give you little more than that. Forgive me, but I must return to my rounds directly. Ah, but in place of a reward, mayhap I could give you a tour of the premises. Only if you've the time and inclination, of course. What say you? Would you care to accompany me? As servants of the gracious hand, we provide whatever treatment we can to those unfortunate who are stricken by maladies. Yet, at times, 'tis not enough. Perhaps you will recall the parents who were here when you first arrived, an unfortunate pair. They've suffered no few hardships in the slums, and now even their poor son Lubomir has fallen ill. By chance, he was examined by a roaming man claiming to be a doctor. Yet, the family had not the money for the medicine he required. So, he was put into our care.
Go on, take it.
Howe'er I can.
Here he is. This young man is Lubomir. We've been administering the medicine recommended by the doctor who examined him, but he has yet to show any sign of recovery. To be perfectly honest, I doubt the soundness of that so-called doctor's judgment. After all, there is no shortage of ne'er-do-wells out there, willing to claim their medicine the only cure, that they might inflate its price. But I suppose I ought not say such things so openly. At any rate, I'd best continue on my rounds. Pray, stay as long as you wish. Come, come. We've medicine to prepare. We've enough to make a fresh batch now, thanks to a kind donation.
Psst! You there! Help me! Listen, the sisters here are good to us, but I'm growing weaker day by day. It started with a slight fever, and now I can scarce lift myself up. See that empty bed? An old man was lying in it till just a few days past. He told me he was feeling better, that he'd be well enough to leave anon. And now he's... Mayhap I'm just imagining things. I hope that's the case. And yet... Gah... Something isn't right about this place. Pray, should you hear any queer rumors about the Gracious Hand, come tell me of them, won't you? I'd see to it myself, but I can hardly move.
I forgot. Can't leave things half done.
'Tis my duty to devote my life to prayer and virtue.
I shall gladly aid you if 'tis within my power.
Might you be a friend of Lubomir's? He's seen better days, hasn't he? There has been talk of sending him down to the basement, should his condition fail to improve. That is, the basement sick room, where our most critical patients convalesce under the Abbess's care. None of the other sisters are permitted entry, including myself. Teles, she gives the patients a special medicine. I know not what kind. At times I hear strange cries and moans drift up from below. Which is to be expected. Those who come here suffer all manner of afflictions, you see. And yet, a part of me is afeared for them.
Mine is a life devoted.
So, the worst of us are taken to the basement. Mayhap that's the source of the queer voices I hear at night. And none save the Abbess can enter? If the Gracious Hand has a secret, 'tis the Abbess who keeps it, I reckon. You've done this much for me. Would you be willing to go further? I must find out what goes on down there. Oh, you've my thanks. I just can't stomach the thought of lying here not knowing. Of course, all the better should your search come to naught. But if you do find aught amiss down in that basement, it must be the Abbess's doing. Should you find evidence fit to implicate her, will you help me see to it that justice is carried out? See, I've already reported my suspicions to the Sentinels, and we've arranged a signal. If you apprehend the Abbess, they'll know to come and arrest her. So I beg you, sir, find the evidence you need, if it exists to be found.
To get to the bottom of what is happening at the Gracious Hand, we shall have to acquire evidence of any misdeeds.
True enough.
How might we enter the basement sick room?
Always good for a laugh. Nothing ever seems to happen round here.
Beg pardon. Sir, but this room is where our most severe cases convalesce. I must ask you not to disturb them. For your sake, as much as theirs.
Suppose that's enough for one day.
There's no way out of
Wished
this.
for always night.
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
Hoy, Arisen! Have you brought any medicine with you? Not yet. Very.
What good can come of my being here?
Fields eerie with no one about.
There's no time to work on a saucy room. We must rest. I trust we've all inspected our equipment.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
Feeling rest. Did I trust?
Plenty of gossip to be had here.
Now, where was I bound again?
Mayhap I'll buy myself a new sword.
I need a few things.
Time to be ready for the night.
Let's make ready for the morrow.
Come to think of it, our ranks have gone unchanged for a while now.
As a result, we move as one.
We've got goblins! allow any further harm to come to me. Never have I encountered such strategy.
Not what I expected. This boat towards the women is a moth to a flame.
Such single-mindedness makes our enemies predictable, but not necessarily easier to counter.
Caught the ogre's attention, Master. Try to keep it up with us. I shan't squander this opportunity.
I cannot halt your plans.
I merely did as Tita demands.
Wait hard, be sure to avoid their contact.
It seems we have enraged our own.
I cannot leave their range to our advantage.
Tis a foe worthy of caution. Naught save our best will do. Thy agreement. Tis the simplest strategy that our foe knows to use. Knock his feet out from under it, and strike where it recovers.
This battle will demand all our strength. We must stand together as one system.
This wound is proof of my negligence.
Aught fell from the beast that had breathed its last.
I can't imagine we're in need of a campsite just now.
Let us return once we've grown tired from our labors.
Wasn't looking for a fight, but I can take
Would you mind coming over here?
I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location?
Protect the shipment! Steel yourself! Cut the fiends down! Don't let them touch the shipment!
How did this happen? We must have failed the cargo.
There, the 10 nations left.
That was well fought.
Our task is complete.
Well said.
I thank you for coming to... And what luck!
go again. Look out, Arisen! We're under attack! Tis pleasantly cool here, what with the canopy overhead.
We are not alone here. Monsters lurk nearby. I sense them.
You have my support.
You there! Are you looking to enter the village? You'd best go elsewhere, friend. There's no business to be had.
That man just now seemed rather on edge. What could he have seen here to inspire such suspicion?
Best go out. There's no business to be had here. That's for sure.
A common reward. Frustratingly so.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
Is that who I think it is? Aye, I reckon so. Rather more common looking than I'd expected. But I suppose that's neither here nor there. It's a question of skill at the end of the day. So you...
Fancy a look at my wares? Always a pleasure. Well met, sir. Fancy a look at my wares? Do come again.
Oh, how lovely. I'll have...
Ah, you must be the visitor I've heard so much about. You would know of our village? Is there aught else I can help you with, sir? Arthur. At least, no one by that name lives here. As you like, sir.
This is the egg course. Nothing's free in this world. Do stop by again. Work done graciously. Work done Tis a letter most inscrutable, and I fear 'twill remain as such if we cannot find another piece to this puzzle.
What brings you here?
Hail! How'd he know to expect you? I couldn't tell. Why not ask him yourself? You'll find him in the manor atop the on-hill.
No seen you about. You the outsider? My lord spoke of you. Come on, follow me. I've something real nice to show you.
You're gathering grimoires, eh? My lord told me. I happen to be in possession of the Veiled Tome, Owl